Remember that lady who pooped at the Tim Hortons? Oh, McDonald's see nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be pooping everywhere in there.
You get a poop and you get a poop and you get a poop.
Everyone gets a poop!
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 32 of the ScruffCast. I'm Dan.
And I'm John.
And today, we're doing a podcast. I don't know. I had nothing to lead with there.
Just like we have 31 other times.
All right. So today, we're still in this new studio, we'll call it.
Yes. Now, if it sounds a little echoey, too bad.
Yeah, because we no, hold on. We have somewhat of a solution. Somewhat.
Yeah, we've taken a few precautions. We'll see. And if it doesn't make a difference, well, I don't know. Email us, scruffcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Let us know if it fixed things. If it's that bad, you guys don't even want to listen anymore. We know that's not going to be the case.
Of course not. This is AAA quality content.
Exactly. All right. Let's jump in, shall we? So, last week we had our question to ponder. Let me get it up here. Okay. So I'll remind everybody listening. Hopefully you have all yours in your minds because you never emailed us. That's not true. We did get an email, which we'll read.
But play along at home.
Exactly. So, the question to ponder from last week was, if you're walking in a forest and you find a black suitcase, inside is $1 million and a piece of paper stained in blood with the single word, don't. Would you take the suitcase home or leave it? You want to maybe tell ours and then we'll read the listener email?
Sure.
Let's do that.
I feel like the listener has more thought and detail than we probably will.
Absolutely.
It's tough because it's like $1 million in cash, right? So it's pretty tempting. But I think I would not take it.
No, eh?
It depends. Like, if I get the sense it's like, like I'm on a TV show or it's like a prank or something, maybe. But then they're going to roll up with the cameras and be like, you just got bamboozled. Right? And
I'm going to keep this $1 million anyway.
Otherwise, it's like some legit stuff, and I don't want to mess with that. So I'm going to say no.
I don't know. I think I'd probably take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you just hear, like, in the distance, some ruffling in the woods.
Just start running. It depends. Am I with people? How big is this forest I'm in? I generally don't travel through forests, so it might just be like a little pathway through a forest.
But the scenario said you're walking in a forest, so maybe you were going for a hike or something. So maybe there's somebody with you.
All those hikes I go on.
Well, this is a hypothetical. The listeners
Okay,
don't know.
I would take it. I would. And just run.
Suit yourself. Suitcase yourself.
Oh, that was a bad one. All right.
That was a bad one.
Well, we have an email. Spooky stuff is the subject, which you always like me to read.
Spooky suitcase.
Spooky suitcase. Hey, Scruffs. Miss you guys the past couple weeks. Love the recent additions of Hero and Jabroni of the Week. Really think it has potential to educate the populace on proper behavior. Thank you. We also think that as well.
Yeah, we're just trying to do our part here on the ScruffCast.
That's right.
Make the world a better place. One jabroni call out at a time.
All right, here we go. I actually forgot about Jabroni of the Week, so I got to keep that in mind as we do this. All right. For your scenario of finding a suitcase full of money with a bloodstained note saying don't, my plan is pretty simple. Notify the police I found the money. The logic is basically, A, if the owner never shows up, the finder gets to keep it, assuming that it wasn't found on private property.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah. So I still have a chance to get the money completely legally with no need for laundering. B, since there's blood involved, there's probably a CSI team that needs to come in. Moving it just interferes with all of that. Not worth the headache. Or then C, let the police get the crazy voodoo nonsense that is going to come with moving that money. They have guns. Keep providing the laughs and don't be afraid to keep trying new things.
Thank you, listener. We will keep providing the laughs, and we will continue to not be afraid to try new things.
We'll do our best. So that was a much more thought-out answer than ours were, that's for sure.
But with the case about the CSI team needing to come in and everything, if you take the money, the CSI team doesn't need to come in. They don't even know what's going on.
Well, no. Yeah, it's like only if you call the police.
Yeah.
That'd be the only way, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
what does it say here? Oh, no, yeah, because this whole thing is notified police. I found the money.
So in a case like that, because I've heard of this scenario before where if something is found and reported to the police, right, if it doesn't get claimed, the person who found it gets to keep it. How do the police, put that bulletin out? Did you leave $1 million in a suitcase
I know,
in the
everybody's
forest?
going to be chomping at the bit.
Oh!
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
That was my money, of course. Thank
Yeah.
you for finding it.
And they can't ask for we need the last 4 digits of the serial number on the bills, because nobody knows.
No.
You know what I mean? If you dropped a $20 bill in the forest, you wouldn't know how much,
Definitely
what
not.
the serial number was on it, right? So
Yeah.
they can't even do that.
If we have any police officers who listen to the show, ScruffCast@gmail.com. Let us know.
All right.
All right. Moving on to this week's news articles. You may remember last week we talked about the Chinese man who had 17 girlfriends, right? And he was the hero of the week last week. He was doing things right.
He was your hero of the week. He was.
Oh, yes, your hero was the guy pulling the guy off the train. Veteran move, as you called it.
Veteran move.
So, with the case of the Chinese guy who had 17 girlfriends, that was doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
This first article here, this is doing it wrong. Dozens of men were invited to a mass Tinder date in New York City. This comes from Twitter.
So, first off, what we're going to read is one of the guys who was invited to this Tinder date, his story of everything that happened.
Yeah, he cataloged it all on Twitter, and then Twitter put it up in one of their Twitter moments. All right, so this comes from a Twitter user, Buvdai. I'm about to tell you an epic tale about subterfuge, dating in the 21st century, and the fall of human civilization. Well, I'm already engrossed.
Here we go.
This actually happened to me, and it could happen to you too. Get some popcorn. So a few weeks ago, I was on the Tinder machine shopping my soul around, and I matched with a very attractive young lady. No bio, fairly innocuous. I messaged her some random shit, and we chat for an hour or so, and she says, "Here's my number, text me." I'm like, okay, sure thing. I text her, and we make small talk about work for a bit. Then she goes, "Actually, I have this huge presentation I'm working on for my job. Would you be offended if I got back to you in a week or two when I've got more free time? You're cute, and I want to meet you. I'm just too busy right now." I thought, well, that's an overly elaborate way to ghost someone. I say, LOL, wouldn't be offended. I totally get it. Hit me up when you're free.
Fair.
She says, "Thank you. I was worried you would think I was trying to blow you off. Ha ha, but for sure, I'll text you in a week. I'm excited." In my head, I'm like, sure. But I respond with a nice little happy emoji. 2 weeks pass. I completely forgot about her. Then I remember and go back to Tinder, and I can't find the conversation. I think, well, that's weird. She deleted her Tinder. But I take it as overly elaborate ghosting methods. Then yesterday I get a text, "Hey, I'm finally free, LMAO. My friend is DJing near Union Square around 6 tomorrow. I was wondering if you wanted to go for a bit, then we could go get drinks after and see what happens." I'm like, well, I'll be damned. Genuinely didn't think she would message me back. I reply, "Yeah, I should be free. I'd be down." She says, "Amazing. I'm going to be running around today and tomorrow, but just come around 6 and I'll meet you by the stage. Then we'll head out." I say, "Sure thing, looking forward to it." This morning she texts me at 9 a.m. "Hey, it's going to rain today, but I think it should clear up in time for our date." I'm like, cool, I'll be there. I play football with my friend earlier today and express my incredulity at the situation. I find her Instagram. It says singer, actress, model, 3,000 followers, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. This shit feels off, but fuck it. I make my way to Union Square, eat a hot dog, and look over by this open lot by 17th Avenue, and there's a stage and a DJ and about 100 people and cameras and shit, and I think, well, this is some random-ass Manhattan shit. She texts me, "Hey, I'm running a little bit late, but just meet me by the stage and we can go." I wasn't going to stand in front of the stage, so I stand off to the side for a bit. Eventually, I see a girl moving towards backstage with 2 enormous bodyguards and sunglasses, and I realize it's her, and I'm thinking, what thine fucketh is going on? I stay back and assess the situation, and I'm like, fuck. I'm a stay right here, or right where I am, till she texts me. The DJ eventually stops playing, and she gets on the stage, and I'm so confused, but think, well, I guess she's a social media personality or some shit. I immediately think, I'm too old for this shit. She gets the mic and is like, "Thanks for coming out. I bet you're all wondering what this is about." And I'm like, yeah, what the hell is this about? She says, "So I know all of you here are on Tinder," and I'm like, And the guy sends about 25 of those thinking face emojis. Then she says, "I've invited you all here for a chance to go on a date with me," and proceeds to give a Hunger Games speech about what it's going to take to date her. All the dudes there she found on Tinder and texted them the same shit. Every man in the crowd looks down and mimes, "What in the name of Scooby-Doo is this shit?" to themselves. At this point, I'm genuinely amazed the fallopian fortitude this girl possesses. This is top 10 greatest finesse of all time. Dudes actually stayed and played. I went home. I trust no one. I trust nothing anymore. Vanity will be the demise of human civilization. Don't get got. The end. And then he posts a picture, which he captioned, "The scene." And there's probably like, I don't know, 30 men standing around with crossed arms, like genuinely interested in what she has to say. And then the Twitter moment continues with people's comments, but
oh boy.
what a trip.
All
So
right.
last week the guy was doing it right. This woman, who does she think she is?
This is a little ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand. I saw this picture. I'm just staring at here. Let me get this off my screen. I don't know how to get it off. Okay, yeah. So, like, I can understand if she was, like, a celebrity. Like, if this is Kim Kardashian doing the same thing, it's justified, you know?
Like somebody actually famous?
Someone actually famous, right? This girl's got 3,000 followers on Instagram. What does she need 2 bodyguards for? Are you serious? You know she just, like, hired those guys for the day. Or they're just 2 friends.
She's just
actually
a random
her bodyguards.
Some random Tinder biddy.
Like, oh, singer, actress, model, 3,000. Get out of here.
Triple threat.
Yeah, get that garbage out of here. Like, the gall this girl has, you
The
know?
fallopian fortitude.
The fallopian fortitude this girl has.
I gotta give it to Bivtai. He really tells a great story.
Good storyteller he is, yeah.
Now, when I was reading through it, one of the things that stuck out to me was she had no bio. But he was like, I'll message her. Oh, man can never get away with that. You need that bio. It needs to be in depth.
Yeah, because we're ugly.
We have a tough time.
It's way harder for us.
No man could ever convince like 50 people to show up.
No.
No,
Oh,
never.
God, no.
It would be hard enough to convince one to show up.
This is like real life bachelorette show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't even convince my girlfriend to listen to the podcast where I don't even have to be there. And she's like, eh.
I know. You're convincing like 30 girls to go on a date with you or try to fight to go on a date with you? Jesus, that's the dream. Like,
And these guys stayed behind.
yeah, that's the thing. This one guy left, but like there's still probably 75% of them that stuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, John, in this situation, would you stick around? This is our own little question to ponder here. Maybe we should have left this one for the end.
Maybe.
Anyway, would you have stuck around if you're in this situation, or would you have left?
I'm pretty handsome, so I think I would win pretty easily. But I don't know. Is the guy still DJing? Like, maybe.
Okay, so if the DJ's sticking around, you're
If
going
the
to
DJ's sticking around, and I got nothing else going on, and presuming that it didn't end up raining or it was clear, maybe. But I don't know. Just the toot on this woman.
Yeah, I'm gone right away. I'm with this guy.
If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Yeah, well, this girl just seems like she's always at her worst.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just that's another thing I don't like is the I don't have Instagram, but you see it on Twitter too, right? Like I'm a model. I'm a model / actress / singer.
Have you acted in anything I've ever heard of?
No. Have you sung anything that's ever been just not on YouTube? Maybe anywhere else? No.
No, but sometimes they have their terrible like YouTube music videos though.
They do. Have you modeled anything that's not just your friend taking photos of you on her phone?
Oh, dude, I walk downtown and see people all the time.
I can
like standing
imagine,
there,
yeah.
getting their photos taken, and I'm like, there's a hot dog stand like 10 feet away. Like, who do you think you are?
Hey, Phil Kesseling it up in there, just grabbing a hot dog, walking through the photo shoot.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
No, yeah, I don't know. This is like, I mean, good for her if she can pull it off, right?
I mean, yeah,
But
more power to you.
What a sense of entitlement.
And then I wonder if she ranked them all, so then she went on the date with one, and she just told him, okay, if it doesn't work out, you'll hear from me, like a job interview. We'll contact you if we choose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what this was. It was like a job interview,
She's kind of feeling like a backlog of dates, right? Like, if it doesn't work out with the first guy, on to the next guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how she had them compete.
Man, I wish we got to hear her side of the story through all this.
I wish. I feel like this will get updated sooner rather than
Hopefully.
later.
Hopefully,
if
one of the
she's
guys
an
who stuck around.
Yeah, if she's an Instagram model, well, I guess this guy
See
was
if
nice.
you can find her on Instagram while we move on to the next thing.
He didn't put her on blast.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Right? He was too nice. Bivtai.
Bivtai.
What a nice guy.
Wow. All right.
All right, well, somebody names, in one of the tweets, they call her Natasha. So that's a little bit of a hint.
She's a Natasha.
She's in a totes Natasha move.
All right, moving on. We got a lot of stuff to get through here.
All right. Next story. From the Huffington Post. Nude man exercising at Planet Fitness thought it was a judgment-free zone. Police say they found him in a yoga-type position. The very first sentence of the article, dude. Downward facing? No.
It's not even...
I know, the sass on these writers. Who do they think they are? A man at Planet Fitness in New Hampshire took off all his clothes and began doing yoga in the buff, police said. Eric Stagno, 34, was charged with indecent exposure, lewdness, and disorderly conduct at a play-style location of the popular gym chain on Sunday afternoon, the New Hampshire Union Leader reports. He was released on bail for an arraignment on the misdemeanor charges scheduled for September 21st. Ooh, so maybe we'll have an update on this one.
All right.
The story we got from witnesses was that the guy walked in, stripped down, right there in the front, left the clothes and belongings at the front desk, walked back and forth across the gym a couple times, and then settled in over at the yoga mats, Police Captain Brett Morgan told the paper. When officers arrived, they said they found Stagno in his birthday suit in a, in quotes, yoga-type position. The only comment he made was that he thought it was a judgment-free zone, apparently referencing their slogan. Morgan told the Boston Globe that although the gym was pretty packed with patrons, Stagno kept to himself and seemed unaware that he was upsetting others. He was arrested without incident. Some of the comments some witnesses gave were that they felt uncomfortable, disgusted, sick, and unsafe. There were more witnesses coming forward than we could take names. Oh, man, so people were getting up in arms here. Some gym customers said they suspected Stagno was under the influence of something. To me, it's like, what did you smoke before you came to the gym? No, I don't think you should be at the gym naked, gym member Kat Lancaster told New Hampshire news channel WMUR. Morgan told the Globe that Stagno did have some drug paraphernalia in his possession, I hope in his clothes and not on him.
Just taped to his butt cheeks.
But it was unclear if he was under the influence. According to the Planet Fitness website, the chain promises a, in quotes here, judgment-free zone where members feel comfortable regardless of their fitness level. It's not a clothing-free zone, Morgan noted to the Globe. So, I don't know, this is just ridiculous. Because the guy walks in, strips down, and then he just saunters through the gym. And he goes, which way are the yoga mats? And he walks one way. Oh, no, these are the dumbbells. Walks the other way. Here we go. And then he begins stretching and doing yoga.
He's probably thinking like, oh, you know what? He probably has a whole routine that he's going to do, right? Okay, before I hit the weights, I should probably, do a little warm-up on the treadmill. You know what? Before I go on the treadmill, I should stretch. It's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, you don't want to pull a hammy.
Exactly. So he goes, starts stretching. Just got his buns out.
The sun's out, buns out. Isn't that what they say?
No, that's right. That is funny, though. Judgment-free zone. Yeah, but, unfortunately, you can't walk around naked. Judgment-free or not.
Well, he was being judged. They had more witnesses than they could take names.
Yeah. So Planet Fitness is now a judged zone.
If I'm this guy, I'm suing for, false advertising. I was judged. They judged the hell out of me. That's what I'm saying.
They judged the hell out of me. Yeah.
I don't know. If I was this guy, I'd be like, I'm never working out ever again.
I am done.
You see, I'm just one step ahead of the game.
But what's interesting
is
to
strip down in the gym to give up working out.
What's interesting is he just kept to himself, didn't bother anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he seemed unaware.
Yeah, I can't be naked in here.
This
is a judgment-free zone.
Apparently the gym was packed. I like to think he picks a yoga mat because aren't they usually set up in grids? Right, in sort of rows. So he picks one. Maybe he's at the front of the row. People behind him. Oh Jesus! Oh God, he's doing the downward dangle over there. Right, how long was he doing this for before the police showed up?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, on to the next one. This is also from the Huffington Post. McDonald's serves pregnant woman cleaning fluid in latte.
Oh, this already makes me
ridiculous.
cringe.
A pregnant woman. Oh, this is in Canada.
Yeah, this is like in Alberta.
All of a sudden, I care about the article.
Oh, yeah.
10 times more.
Yeah, this isn't a new article. This happened like a couple weeks ago, I think. But
Still, we're bringing it to the people.
Bringing it to the ScruffCast.
A pregnant woman in Canada had a stomach-churning experience Sunday morning when she was served a latte filled with cleaning fluid. Sarah Douglas of Lethbridge, Alberta, was on her way to her son's baseball tournament when she went to a McDonald's drive-thru for a latte. It wasn't until she was on the highway that she suspected something was wrong, she told the CBC, which is Canadian Broadcasting Corp, for our non-Canadian listeners. I immediately had to put my hazard lights on and pull over and spit it out and rinse my mouth out with water, Douglas said. I opened up the lid of the coffee and out pours this pungent smell of chemical. It wasn't a latte at all. Douglas, who is 7 months pregnant with her third child, said the liquid in her cup was a watery brownish color. When she returned to the restaurant to complain, she said a staff member told her that 2 cleaning lines were hooked up to the latte machine, according to the Globe and Mail newspaper. That's a very weirdly written sentence. It sounds like she went in, and the person working at McDonald's said, according to the Globe and Mail, 2 things were hooked up. The on-duty supervisor showed Douglas the bottle of cleaning fluid so she would know what to tell poison control.
Right.
So I took a picture of it, and then another coworker of his had also overheard what had been going on and was a little bit upset at the situation and said this had happened before. Oh, geez.
Oh, okay.
And she was a little mad that it was occurring again. Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, so someone working there is kind of just, like, actually gives a shit.
It's like, what the hell? You did this again?
This happens
Clarissa,
again.
come
Jesus
on.
Christ. Yeah, okay.
So Douglas contacted Alberta Health Services Health Link and was transferred to poison control. She turned out to be okay since she hadn't swallowed the liquid. Thank goodness. Mm-hmm. She visited her family doctor just to make sure there were no lingering effects, according to the CBC. Dan Brown, who owns the McDonald's franchises where Douglas purchased the tainted latte, released a statement on Wednesday. So here's going to be all your PR speak here. Since learning about the complaint, our team has been in very close contact with the guest.
The complaint?
Yeah.
That's...
The complaint? You almost poisoned my baby.
Yeah, all right.
Since learning about the complaint, our team has been in very close contact with the guest and apologized to her. The health inspector also visited my restaurant and is not investigating further. That sounds weird. It's like he's not investigating further. It doesn't say he didn't find anything wrong.
Yeah,
how do you know he didn't just,
he's just not investigating anymore.
Here's a couple of Robert Bordens, which is like, what is that, $100 Canadian bill?
I don't know.
Send you my way. It's not as good as Benjamin's.
No,
There's a couple of Benjamins.
Robert Gordon is.
McDonald's is renowned for its food safety protocols, and I'm sorry that this happened in my restaurant here in Lethbridge. What happened is that the machine was being cleaned, as it is every morning. Unfortunately, the milk supply line was connected to the cleaning solution while this guest's drink was made. We've taken immediate action to review the proper cleaning procedures with the team, put additional signage up as an added reminder, yada, yada, yada. Although Douglas survived the ordeal unharmed, it's still eating at her, mainly because she fears that the cleaning fluid might end up in juice, soda, or soft serve ice cream and be ingested by kids. I've been worried about myself and my own kid on the way.
Yeah, seriously.
So she says, as a mother, I want to make sure I have voice and that I'm being heard in terms of the safety of consumers and how alleged negligence can affect people in such a drastic way. And then there's a video linked here, which has like this woman at home in her house. So like, I wonder how these news stories work. Do they like be like, oh, can we come over to your house and like, film you in your kitchen? Like, I'm on the phone talking to McDonald's.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, like how do these stories get out too? That's like another thing, right? I don't know.
Yeah, how does the news find it? Anyways.
Besides the point. This is...
Yeah, I want to hear what you think about this.
It's, I don't know, it's scary. That's scary stuff, man. And, like, when you think about it, too, like, this woman is pregnant,
Yeah.
Like, what if she swallowed it, you know what I mean? It's like...
It's like poison.
Yeah, it's complete poison. It could kill the baby or, like,
Oh, McDonald's
leave it with some type of...
defect or something.
Defect or disease or whatever, right?
McDonald's would have a huge lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah, and this poor woman, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
She's just trying to have a latte, that's all, right?
Thanks a latte, McDonald's.
But at the same time, it's like, this stuff can happen, you know?
Yeah, like, I mean, shit happens, right? Like,
that's kind of what it is,
it's
right?
not like they're actively trying to, like, poison people.
Unfortunately, This guy at McDonald's, the owner of McDonald's, Dan Brown, he's just, he hires the people to run the store. Someone forgot to take the jugs off and plug it back into the water thing or whatever, right? That's
like
all that
every day, right?
It's like a simple mistake that's like just terrible. It's a terrible mistake. Like,
I mean,
it ends up being like really
could have been
bad,
much worse.
It could have been, yeah.
I gotta say, Dan Brown, isn't he the guy who wrote the Da Vinci Code?
No, he owns McDonald's. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Well, I guess he's made money, so he might as well have a couple franchises.
Yeah.
Probably wants to be like undercover or like keep a low profile. So he went up to Lethbridge, Alberta. I've never even heard of Lethbridge before now.
No, it's
But
Somewhere in
Dan
Alberta.
Brown. I mean, obviously he's probably a part-time franchisee. It's how these mistakes are getting made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's...
if I just want to be fuming, like think of like you've been to McDonald's or like you've been out to a restaurant and you got a pop and sometimes like kind of near the bottom of the like the end of the pack or whatever, so it's like more carbonated, less like syrupy, and you're like,
Yeah,
it tastes
yeah.
like shit,
It just
right?
tastes like carbonated water almost.
Imagine this has happened, right? And somebody's like, this latte tastes like shit.
That's
But they
the
still
thing.
drink it.
But you may take, even if you take a few sips, like you take one sip, oh, that's gross. Well, let me shake it around. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, still, that's 2 sips of
Poison.
cleaning product you're drinking,
Yeah.
right? Could be bleach, it could be anything, right? And that's the thing. Like these things are like industrial cleaners too, probably what they're using, right?
Oh yeah,
To run through
clean
the
out
lines of
these
the
coffee
machines to clean them
machines.
properly. Which I mean is a great thing that all those machines are cleaned every morning. Like, you can look at it
Yeah,
that way
'cause
too, right? Like
think of how many coffees they're making every
exactly.
day.
So it's great that they're cleaned properly, but oh boy, that's like, and you know what? I feel like she handled that situation pretty well. I would have lost my shit going in there.
Oh my god, if I was a pregnant woman
Jesus
too, ugh,
Christ.
dude, we losing it.
Yeah.
Remember that lady who pooped at the Tim Hortons? Oh, McDonald's see nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be pooping everywhere in there.
You get a poop and you get a poop and you get a poop.
Everyone gets a poop!
Oh jeez, yeah, I'd be fuming.
Oh, yeah.
Well, another McDonald's story. And the last story was
Jesus, McDonald's, come on!
Yeah, and the last story is McDonald's getting in trouble. And this story is the customers. So this comes from getwestlondon.co.uk. It's been a while since we've had our British accents. I hear the listeners love them.
bring them back out again?
A boy, 13, hauled into court for assault after firing a
Hold
McDonald's
on.
chip
Let's
through a straw.
just pause this for a second.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the accent.
Oh, no, the accents are fine. The article didn't load properly.
Oh my god, listen to how British this is. So, boy 13 hauled into court for assault after firing a McDonald's chip through a straw. Now, chip means fry for all you non-UK listeners out there. The little byline here. The chip hit a woman in the Hammersmith branch, causing a brawl. Sounds like a British bone or something. Oh, right in my Hammersmith branch!
That's actually what I thought
son
it
of a
was at
bitch.
first. Yeah, I thought it was like, is that like a bone I don't know about?
They do things different over
Causing
the UK.
a brawl. Okay.
Causing a brawl, oh my god.
Oh boy.
A 13-year-old boy was embroiled in a months-long assault investigation for firing a McDonald's chip through a straw. The boy, who was at a McDonald's in Hammersmith, was accused of hitting a woman in the face with a chip, leading to a bust-up between 3 of his friends, also 13, and 4 of the woman's friends. Oh my
Jesus.
god, they're like brawling with these kids?
All right.
Following a police investigation reported to have lasted several months, he attended 2 magistrates' courts hearings before accepting a caution over the incident at the Broadway shopping center, the Sun reported. The boy's pals were also charged with assault over the incident in November, so I guess this thing took a couple months to pass.
Okay. Yeah.
It was near the end of last year. The incident in November, and one has been referred for caution while another pleaded guilty and one is yet to face trial. I already can tell this British court system is all over the place.
Yeah.
Reserved for caution? What is that? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
The boy's mother told the Sun that she had tried putting a McDonald's chip into a straw and it hadn't fit. Instead, she argued the boy had actually fired a bit of the straw's wrapper at his friend.
Yeah, for sure. How many times did you do that as a kid?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Like little spitballs, yeah.
In a McDonald's store in Uxbridge Road, now this is like going to a different story. It says, in a McDonald's store in Uxbridge Road, Shepherd's Bush, in Uxbridge Road, Shepherd's Bush, oh, okay. The owner managed to save the store from closure by playing classical music. And this is just like...
What is this? This isn't even the same
It's a
thing.
garbage article. The restaurant had been linked to drugs, violence, and antisocial behavior, and 71 crimes were reported at the premises in 2017 alone. But a new policy, which includes playing classical music, has resulted in a disruption of antisocial behavior at the franchise. So they just throw in this extra paragraph at the end about a completely unrelated McDonald's store.
Super unnecessary.
And don't give us the details of this brawl.
Okay, I got a quick question here, which it doesn't look like it says anything. What about these women? How come? Why were they not charged with assault?
I don't know, because they're women.
This sounds like it's a bunch of adult women beating up a couple like kids.
They had those like short, like, let me talk to your manager haircuts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I just got hit in the lip with a chip.
Okay, so
Oh,
if
I
the
just got
kid,
hit in the lip with a chip.
I just got hit in the lip with a chip.
Oh, right, my Hammersmith brunch. Right, and they go to the manager and excuse me. No, they probably didn't even go to the manager. This
They
brawling.
just find like So, like, there's no way this kid, like, shot something at her and then went over and punched her, you know? So these women started the fight. You know they did.
Okay, so I found another article here, which, oh my god, Big Smack and Fries is the title.
Oh boy, okay.
This is from The Sun, so this is
This is the same story.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm trying to see
hopefully
if this article has more details.
You get some more information.
And it's very British. It says, lad, 13, charged with assault after using straw to fire a
All
chip.
right, let's see what we got.
All right, so just goes over the same story. A boy of 13 was charged with assault after he allegedly used a straw to fire a French fry at a woman in McDonald's. It sparked a bust-up, charging the teen with assaulting a woman. The rap was dropped after 2 hearings. His mom said the case was a waste of money, insisted he actually fired a bit of the straw wrapper at a pal. Oh, and she says, it's ridiculous. I tried to put a chip in a McDonald's straw and it doesn't fit, which is true.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to fit a fry in a McDonald's.
This article doesn't have any...
And shoot it out, too.
Yeah. This article doesn't have any more details, but I also noticed they use the term bust-up, which either is A, something they use a lot in, like, the British language.
Yeah.
Or the British dialect of English, if you will.
Yeah.
Or B, this other article just, like, copied this article. GetWestLondon.co.uk.
Yeah.
Copied The Sun. Probably, because The Sun's, like, a more reputable source. Of course, we picked a shittier source to bring on ScruffCast.
That's right. Yeah. I just, like, why weren't these women charged with anything?
You know what? McDonald's really dropping the ball here.
Kids.
Yeah, if I'm McDonald's,
Like,
I'm saying, "Oi, get out!"
Child abuse.
Now, assuming he didn't actually fire a fry through the straw, which I highly doubt he fired a fry through the straw. It's not going to fit.
No way.
It's coming out there. It's mashed taters, as they call it over there.
The fry is not a circled shape. You know what I mean? So, because you need the straw to be clogged, or else the air's just going to go, you know, beside the fry.
Yeah.
And just the air's going to blow out. That's all. The fry's not going to come out.
Yeah, then your drink's just going to taste like French fries.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that bad.
No, not bad at all. But, yeah, so probably a little bit of the wrapper. Now, how hard did he fire this wrapper of the straw?
Well, he probably meant to shoot his friend across the table, goes over and smokes this lady in the face.
But how fast did he fire it to smoke this lady?
Okay, he hit her lightly.
Probably, and the lady probably just overreacted.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, right in the Hammersmith.
Right in the Hammersmith branch. Freaking English people, man.
Oi.
Oi.
Oi, got a problem with you? Why, Otter? We're going to have a little tuffle.
Little bust up.
A little bust up. that wasn't English at all.
Hey boy, I bust your Hammersmith branch.
The listeners love it.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, continuing with the accents, I guess. Morphing from British over to Irish. Irish teen. This comes from Joe.ie, which I feel like is probably like the reputable Irish news source.
Okay.
Joe.ie. Sounds just like
that's just the British one.
Irish teenager injured when hit by falling sheep in Mourne Mountains. Both parties are in stable conditions. Just in case you're worried about the sheep as well. The sheep's okay.
All right.
A young Irish male has been hospitalized following an incident which saw him being hit by a falling sheep while walking in the Mourne Mountains. The incident happened shortly after 4 p.m. Friday afternoon when a group of teenagers took to steep ground, in quotes here, in Slieve Burnag for a hike. The Mourne Mountain Rescue Team were called for assistance when a sheep fell from a crag near the Hare's Gap and struck the teenager. So, like, was this guy pinned under the sheep? And he's with a group of friends. So imagine you're with your friends and, like, the sheep falls and, like, one guy gets pinned in. Like, oh, he's getting mercilessly roasted.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Can you imagine? All you hear is like, watch out. Kid looks up. Holy shit. It's just a sheep falling on you.
Like, one poor guy gets squished by the sheep. And, like, you got to wait for help. Right? The sheep's injured. Your friend's injured.
God.
And you're just, like, making fun of him. The sheep just like...
The sheep broke Johnny's pelvis.
Oh, my God.
Got some internal bleeding. Sheep's there like...
Oh, man. Poor kid. A team of 17 arrived at the scene
a little excessive,
and found the boy in need of medical attention for potential injuries to his head, neck, back, abdomen, and leg. This is a hefty-ass sheep.
He took a sheep to the body, to everything.
Yeah, he got bodied by the sheep.
Yeah.
Poof. The teen was treated at the scene and evacuated by stretcher before being transferred by ambulance to Ulster's Hospital Emergency Department, where he was treated and later discharged. Mourne Mountain Rescue Team took to social media to share news of the incident, adding that the sheep involved in the accident was uninjured in the incident and left the area unaided. So by the time, the sheep
got up and was like,
I'm
good, guys, don't worry.
The sheep falls on this guy, gets up and leaves, and then the rescue team gets there and they're like, what happened?
Think about it, the sheep probably would have been dead if it didn't
Not
let
for this guy,
kid,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he helps save the sheep's life, right? And then the rescue team shows up and they're like, what happened? And they're like,
A sheep fell on me. Well, where's the sheep?
A sheep
How
fell.
come he just got up and walked away, that jerk?
Yeah, they're thinking probably gave him the why out and they beat him up.
A hit and run.
See, if this also took place in the UK, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the kid from McDonald's. He got beat by those women, and they're like, it was a sheep.
A sheep fell on him, we swear.
Ridiculous. I could just imagine this poor kid pinned under the sheep.
And the problem is he's just going to get roasted for the rest of his life.
Oh, my God.
Like,
yeah.
if he
Sheep
died, it's
boy?
like a different story. Like, you know what, that's sad. But, like,
Oh, yeah, you go
his
walking
friends
with
are just
your
going to
buddies.
crush him now.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing cotton balls at him.
Sheep boy. Just getting mercilessly
Fantastic.
roasted forever.
Yeah.
Poor kid. All right. Moving on to a story back home here in Canada. From City News. City finally fixing sinkhole after fed-up residents grew tomatoes in it. That's how we do things over here in Canada. A day after City News aired
So
a story...
passive-aggressive, eh?
Yeah. A day after City News aired a story about frustrated residents in a Toronto neighborhood growing tomatoes in an ever-expanding sinkhole, city staff has finally taken action. Residents on Poplar Plains Road near Avenue Road, what a terrible name for a road, in St. Clair Avenue West, told City News they've been calling the city for weeks on end to repair the gaping sinkhole. But after the request went unanswered, they decided to stage a very healthy protest, turning it into a tomato garden. A day after the story aired, the City of Toronto told City News crews were on site Friday fixing the road. And if you're worried about the tomatoes, don't fret. The city says it's transferring the plants to a community garden. And there's pictures here, and it's actually quite the garden going.
It's quite the sinkhole, too.
It is quite the sinkhole. I'd say it's probably, 10 feet wide?
Yeah, for sure.
Just short little story here, but that's how we do things here in Canada. They're like, they're not fixing this sinkhole? I got it. Let's grow tomatoes in there.
We'll show them.
Yeah.
Grow some fresh beefsteak tomatoes.
Oi! Take these tomatoes. I just like doing the oi.
Oi!
All right, well, that was it for the tomato story.
Yeah. I told you we should have taken that one out. It was no good.
It's just
It was
like
a local one. That's why we wanted
It's
to
just
put
like
it in
actual
there.
tomatoes in a dish. It was just filler to get to the next one.
Just filler.
Just filler. Don't at me if you don't like tomatoes. Don't want to hear it. All right. This next one comes... we're all over the globe today, Dan. This is from New Zealand.
We're heavily in the United Kingdom.
Yes. Well, okay. This article comes from a New Zealand website, but it actually takes place in Scotland. So, take that for what you will. Missing Scotsman discovered days later. Married to new woman. Ooh. Malcolm McGregor. That's the guy's name. It sounds very Scottish. Oi. Malcolm McGregor. All right.
That's a great Scottish accent you've been working on.
It was just a little more had a little more oomph in it.
All
A
right.
little more tough, oi.
Okay.
Right. I just picture a guy down at the docks, ready to brawl. Oi, oi, oi. A Scottish man who mysteriously disappeared, leaving his wife terrified and sparking a widespread manhunt, has been discovered alive, married to a new wife in the U.S.
Whoa!
In July, Malcolm McGregor told his family he was going to visit a relative just a short distance from the home he shared with his childhood sweetheart, Cheryl Cowie. However, he never returned. In panic, Miss Cowie reported him missing, and police began the frantic search to return him alive to his wife and 2 children.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, he had kids, too. But just days later, Mr. McGregor posted wedding photos to Facebook, showing he'd flown more than 7,000 kilometers to marry a new wife in Utah. Wow, the cojones on this guy.
Okay.
Posting it on Facebook, but he's definitely friends with his wife on Facebook.
You would assume so.
He's probably marked
At least
as
has some
married.
mutual friends.
Yeah, he's probably marked as married to Cheryl on there, right?
Yeah.
And then now what? He just updates relationship status. Married to Utah wife.
Married again.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, and isn't Utah one of
He
those?
quickly changes it to it's complicated and then flips it back to married again.
Yeah, isn't Utah one of those polygamy?
It is. That's
Friendly
probably why
states?
he went to Utah.
Oh, there you go.
Legal. He can marry 2 women there.
So, understatement of the year here. It says it's left Miss Cowie extremely upset with her former partner. I mean, you'd be mad if your wife moved to another country,
Be a
married a
little
new man.
upset, yeah.
It's just awful. It must have been devastating for Cowie to see those pics, a friend said, quoted by The Sun. Malcolm and Cheryl are childhood sweethearts. They've been together for over 20 years.
Maybe
they met
that's
at
why.
school.
Just had enough of her.
Yeah, maybe. They've been together for over 20 years. They met at school. They have 2 kids and seem like the perfect family. But all of a sudden, he just upped and left. It's crazy what happened. They just don't know what has gotten into him, and it's just so out of character. To say his family are devastated is an understatement.
Oh, I'd say so.
News Hub. They put the name of the name of the news website right at the very last line.
So by the sounds of it, he's not coming home.
No. This is one, I know we've talked before about getting follow-ups. This is a story I definitely want to follow up for.
Need one. Does he return home?
Imagine you're this woman, right? He's like, I'm just going to meet my friend Brad down by the docks. Oh, okay, no problem, right? He goes down, whatever, and, Cheryl's at home making some tea. Do they drink tea in Scotland?
Probably. It's connected to England, so.
Maybe. Scottish listeners. ScruffCast@gmail.com.
Let us know what you think.
You're drinking the tea over there. So, anyway, she's at home drinking tea. I don't know. It doesn't say how old the kids are, right? Maybe the kids are, if they're young, they're at home playing, or they're out and about, whatever. Who the hell cares?
Yep.
And she goes, oh man, he's been down by the dock. I'm not even going to attempt a woman's Scottish accent. Oh man, he's been down by the docks for a while or whatever.
It's the same thing. He's been down by the docks for a while.
He's been down by the docks for a while. Straight up my crackers. That's how they talk over there. So, she's getting a little peeved. She's like, he's been gone for a while. And a day goes by, and she's like, oh, man, what the hell's going on?
Well, you're probably freaking out at that point, right?
Right?
Oh, my God,
that's
my
true.
husband's gone missing. I can't get a hold of him.
She's not mad, right? Maybe, somebody got the best of him in one of those, fist fight brawls down at the docks.
she's worried right now, which
Right?
you can't blame her.
Yeah. Somebody socked her right to him. He fell off the wharf. Sleeping with the fishes. Yeah, so she's getting worried, and then, calls the police. Police are like, oh, okay, they got this, manhunt going on. I feel like if something like this happens, and you're missing, and then this police manhunt goes on, you should almost have to reimburse for, taxpayer dollars wasted.
Yeah,
Right?
I know what you mean.
Because he left and he got on a plane and flew away. So that also leads me to believe, did he not pack anything? Or, it said he was going to visit relatives, but it said they were nearby.
Yeah, so how much does he really need to pack?
And how did he meet this Utah woman? Oh, there's so many mysteries unanswered.
So many unanswered questions. Is this a recent article? Recent enough.
Recent enough, yeah.
We'll have to look into that for next week.
Yeah, I really hope we get an update on this one.
All right.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's it. That's all we got.
But
we have the question to ponder for next week.
and we have our weekly picks.
Oh! I'm
For
forgetting
hero.
everything already.
And jabroni. Oh,
All
you were
right.
almost a jabroni of the week forgetting.
Oh, a good one.
All right. Which
right.
shall we do first? Question to ponder?
Oh boy, I don't know. No, we'll do the question to ponder at the end so that everybody can remember.
All right.
First, we're gonna do let's go jabroni of the week.
I've got my pick. The woman beating on the kids at McDonald's.
Dude, all four of them jabronis of the week. I'm with you.
The jabroni group. Even though there's no details in the article, you just know they're jabronis.
You know that's what's going on there.
For sure.
These women fighting these poor kids, man.
Get out of here,
Poor kids
Clarissa.
trying to defend themselves. Now they're looking at like juvie time.
Just on summer break, it's like, oh, I'm going with my pals out to McDonald's.
Shoot a spitball at me friend.
Oh, hoi, I almost hit you with my straw wrapper. And then Clarissa turns around, whips her little, short, I want to speak to your major haircut. Oh, you hit me with a wrapper? Oh, and then boom, there go.
I'm sorry, miss. Get over here. I'll break your Hammersmith.
I'm going to give you the beat down of your life.
Give you a real bust up here.
And there's four of these women, too, and I'm picturing, they're larger women, right?
Yeah, they're eating at McDonald's, so
Yeah.
there's a chance, yeah. They're not there for lattes.
And definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay, so yeah, I think that's
Jabronis of the week.
We can agree that those are the jabronis of the week. Your hero of the week.
It's tough. So we have a lot of good picks. I kind of want to go with the nude man exercising just for the confidence he has. I want that confidence in my life.
Very confident with his body.
Yeah.
I like that. My hero of the week is the boy who had the sheep fall on him. Because he's gonna... you know what? He needs a little, a little boost. He needs a hero of the week. Because he's going to get roasted for the rest of his life. And he saved that sheep's life.
That's true.
Let's keep that in mind.
He was a cushion. Like, the sheep got up.
That sheep would be dead.
Like, perfectly fine.
The sheep would be dead, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, there he is. The boy who got a sheep dropped on him. He is my hero of the week.
Good choice.
All right. Now, our question to ponder. It's a bit of a long one, so everybody listen up. You want me to read it?
Go for it.
All right. So our question to ponder for next week. If you could choose any movie or movie series to make a remake, given that you can play any role in its creation, even acting as a character that you look nothing like, what movie series would you choose to make? And why? Also, if you choose to make it yourself, what would you do and who would you work with? Same goes for having professionals remake it. I feel like we got to condense this question down a little bit.
Basically,
this is too much.
If you could choose any movie, we'll say maybe even TV show, whatever. If you could choose any movie series, TV show to remake, or you can have a professional crew remake it. Given that you can play any role in its creation, so you could be like an actor, you could be the director or the writer, whatever the hell you want. You could just remake something like your dream
you really?
project.
I was just thinking like.
Well, it said play any role in its creation.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You could be the writer on it, do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like your dream project. You're the George Lucas, and this is your Star Wars.
Okay.
What movie or movie series would you pick? What role would you play?
Assuming that you have the ability to direct and act and do whatever.
No, I'm taking it you don't have the ability.
Oh boy, okay.
I already had a couple that came into my head, but you gotta wait till next week, listeners.
All right, sounds good. Okay.
Right. If you've been enjoying the ScruffCast, tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Do you want to be laughing by yourself?
Laugh with your friends.
That's what we do each week into microphones, and you guys listen for some
Exactly.
reason. Right, so, give us that thumb up on YouTube. Give us your answers to the question to ponder, Jabroni, the hero.
Yeah, let us know who your hero of the week is, your Jabroni of the week.
Hit us up, scruffcast@gmail.com, or follow us on Twitter @scruffcast.
Instagram,
The ScruffCast. We haven't been posting much on there, but you people haven't been following. What the hell?
Yeah,
Oi! You better shape up. That's Liam Neeson, by the way.
Oh, okay. Got it now. All right. I think that's the end of episode 32 of the ScruffCast. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
As I'm watching her go, all I'm thinking is, oh damn that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.